My entire existence shattered the moment I spotted who was seated beside my child in that vehicle and caught the discussion they were holding regarding me. I go by Lydia. At 62 years of age, I never envisioned I would reveal the most vicious and merciless scheme created by my relatives. Everything started that day when I chose to delight Javier, my sole offspring. I prepared his preferred sweet treat and aimed to deliver it to his workplace to cheer him up. As I entered the lot, I noticed his gray car positioned in a remote area. A playful thought occurred to me that brought a grin to my face like a young kid. I would conceal myself in the rear section to astonish him upon his arrival. I quietly entered the automobile, which was luckily open, and hunkered down behind the forward chairs. My pulse raced with thrill, imagining his expression when I emerged holding the cocoa dessert he adored from childhood. I remained there, barely breathing, paying attention to each noise in the area. Following several moments that seemed endless, I detected steps nearing. The doors unlocked and Javier entered the driving position, yet another individual occupied the front passenger spot. It turned out to be a lady. Initially, I assumed she could be a colleague until I recognized her tone and instantly identified it as Raquel, his spouse. My immediate response was warmth. How nice that they opted to depart from their jobs together. However, my expression dimmed while they started speaking. The opening remarks from Raquel's lips struck me like sharp blades. "Are you completely certain nobody will doubt a thing once it occurs?" She inquired in an icy manner I had never detected previously. "Raquel, we have reviewed this countless occasions. The strategy is flawless. Mother will experience a highly ordinary, highly convincing mishap. Nobody will challenge it when a lady of her years tumbles down the steps in her aged residence." Javier answered in a sound that froze me entirely. The oxygen appeared to vanish from my chest. I could not accept what I believed I was catching. My child, my single child, the lad I nurtured by myself after his dad passed when he was only 8, was arranging to end my life, and following the burial, once matters settle, we may dispose of that outdated dwelling and relocate to the community we have long desired. With the $200,000 that estate holds added to the funds she has stored, we can exist as we have always envisioned. Raquel proceeded with a twisted enthusiasm in her tone. My thoughts became blank. That home she labeled outdated was the spot where I gave up all to provide Javier the finest existence feasible. Each area contained recollections of restless evenings when he fell ill, of celebrations with minimal funds yet abundant affection, of times completing assignments jointly at the dining counter. "Alvin and Patricia are committed, correct?" Javier questioned, and upon hearing those identities my spirit fractured further. Alvin was my elder sibling, and Patricia, his partner, were likewise part of this evil plot. Naturally they are. Your uncle craves the cash since losing his position, and Patricia keeps mentioning that your parent has always acted quite frugally toward them. She claims it is moment for the kin to obtain what they merit. Raquel responded with scorn. Frugal, that term resounded in my head like an aching repeat. I had labored, washing homes from age 18 to sustain my offspring. I even traded my marital gems to cover his university fees. I avoided purchasing a fresh outfit for myself so he could possess all required. Existence coverage will assist also. That is an additional $100,000 we will receive without issues, Javier included. And right then I realized nothing remained of the gentle lad I had brought up. My drops started descending quietly as I stayed bent, hoping they would not detect me. My frame shook, not just from dread, but from a grief so intense I sensed I might split apart. The dialogue persisted for numerous extra instants, outlining each element of my intended demise. They had considered all the precise timing, ways to render it appear unintended, even their behavior at the burial to seem devastated. When they eventually exited the automobile and departed as though nothing occurred, I lingered another 10 instants before risking motion. I left that vehicle, an utterly altered lady from the one who went in. The affectionate, believing parent had perished in that rear area. I moved toward my elderly Otto on unsteady limbs, aware I needed to reach a choice that would alter all eternally. I traveled residence in total astonishment, with drops clouding my vision and my spirit broken into countless fragments. I could not accept what I had caught. My personal offspring, the purpose of my being, desired to eliminate me for funds. But to completely grasp this disloyalty, I must describe how we arrived here, since my tale with Javier commenced 35 years past when he arrived amid utter destitution. His dad, Robert, perished in a building incident when Javier was merely 8. He departed us without coverage, without reserves, merely a tiny, extremely dated home we acquired with huge effort. Suddenly, I turned into a lone parent with a youngster to maintain, and no official training past secondary school. I began employment washing residences at age 20. I arose daily at 5:00 a.m., prepared morning meal for Javier, escorted him to classes, then traveled across the town washing workplaces, dwellings, flats, anything vital to earn income. My palms grew coarse from the washing agents. My spine curved from lifting weighty pails, yet I never grumbled. Javier was a clever youngster, consistently top in his group. His instructors repeatedly informed me he possessed a bright path forward, that I must ensure he attended university. Those statements turned into my existence goal. Each currency I gained, I reserved faithfully for his learning. When he reached 15, he required a computing device for academic tasks. All other parents could simply acquire them for their kids. But for me, it demanded 3 months of labor. I traded my marital band, the sole precious keepsake I held of Robert, to purchase him that device. Javier remained unaware of the offering I performed, and I never revealed it since I wished to avoid guilt in him. In his final secondary year, exclusive institutions began forwarding details about their legal courses. Javier had resolved to become an attorney, and I was prepared to perform whatever to realize that ambition. The charges were $20,000 annually, a vast sum for a lady like me. I spoke with my sibling Alvin to request his aid. He held a solid role at a coverage firm and resided comfortably with Patricia. I detailed the circumstance to him. I pleaded for him to provide even a portion of the amount, vowing repayment with added value. His reply was harsh and straightforward. "Lydia, I cannot jeopardize my reserves on your child's unattainable goals. He ought to secure employment and abandon those ideas of turning professional." Those remarks wounded me profoundly, yet they failed to halt me. I obtained another role washing at animal care facility evenings. I labored from 5:00 a.m. until 11:00 p.m., 7 days weekly. My frame was drained, but my resolve stayed firm. I additionally began vending home, made meals weekends. I made tamales, filled pastries, desserts, whatever could produce added revenue. Javier assisted occasionally, but I favored he concentrate on learning. "Your task is studying, child. Allow the remainder to me," I constantly stated to him. I ultimately gathered the funds for his initial university year. The day I went with him to register, I wept joyful drops, viewing his identity on the formal papers. My offspring would become an attorney. All my offerings proved valuable. The university periods were the toughest of my existence. I labored up to 14 hours daily to maintain payments. Certain months I scarcely had currency to consume, yet I ensured Javier possessed all essential: texts, materials, funds for gatherings. I wished him not to sense unlike classmates from affluent homes. In his 3rd year, Javier began seeing Raquel, a peer from a highly prosperous household. Her dad possessed multiple enterprises, and she was accustomed to a lavish way I could scarcely picture. At start, I feared Javier might feel lesser, but he appeared enamored and content. Raquel stayed polite with me, yet from the initial instant I sensed a chill in her conduct. When she visited my dwelling, she examined all with a judging gaze, the worn furnishings, the partitions requiring color, the modest cooking area where I made basic dishes. She never stated directly, but her motions conveyed clearly. After graduation, Javier secured a position at a renowned legal office. His opening salary exceeded all I gained in 3 months. I felt proud, yet also eased, believing I could ultimately relax slightly after numerous years of hard effort. He wed Raquel in a refined event that depleted my final reserves. She demanded a celebration fitting their status, and though the cost left me penniless, I desired my offspring content. At the gathering, I caught some attendees remarking on the groom's modest parent with some contempt, yet I attempted to disregard. Following the marriage, Javier's stops grew rarer. Raquel provided reasons always: gatherings, business journeys, kin events with her folks. When they came, talks focused on their fresh existence, the opulent flat they leased, the costly eateries they visited, the intentions to shift to a larger residence. I kept laboring, but now part-time. At 60, my frame could no longer endure the demanding schedules previously. I had saved roughly $50, euro 0 through the years, currency I maintained strictly for crises or to assist Javier if required. My bond with sibling Alvin also worsened gradually. After Javier completed studies and gained role, Alvin began sarcastic remarks on how certain folks luck out with thriving kids. Patricia proved worse, constantly suggesting I acted selfishly, investing heavily in Javier's learning rather than aiding broader kin. What pained me most was observing Javier beginning to shift. His principles, speech method, even attire turned distinct. Occasionally, when addressing me, I noticed a patronizing sound that crushed my spirit. It seemed he felt embarrassed of his simple roots. 6 months passed. Javier and Raquel discussed acquiring a residence in a premium city section. The estates there exceeded $500, euro 0, a figure unimaginable to me. When inquiring how they intended payment, he answered vaguely on ventures and chances. I also observed money talks grew common in visits. Gentle queries on my home's worth, on reserves, on existence coverage existence. Then I viewed it as child concern to confirm my fiscal stability. Now, seated in my cooking area, after catching that dreadful talk in the automobile, every piece aligned. The shifts in his character, money inquiries, Raquel's sway, Alvin and Patricia's involvement, all formed a grim strategy brewing months. My offspring, for whom I offered my whole existence, wished to end me to claim assets and gather coverage. The cruelty was bitter. The currency they sought to slay me for was gained solely to provide him optimal existence. I failed to rest a moment that evening. I remained awake in bed, gazing at the roof, attempting to handle the vastness of my find. My thoughts replayed each term of that wicked dialogue repeatedly. Again and again, I caught Raquel's frigid tone discussing my demise like a trade deal, and my child's tone, my personal child, consenting to murder details. At sunrise, I arose with resolve I was unaware I held. If they wished to act foul, I could match, but initially I required full comprehension of my role to them. I resolved to perform what I never had, observe my kin secretly. In following days, I started noting Javier and Raquel's routines. I stationed discreetly close to their flat mornings, trailed them DISTANTLY Chinese letter, and noted each talk detail in visits. My discoveries alarmed me further. Their way was utterly unsustainable with earnings. Javier gained solid pay as attorney, around $6, euro 0 monthly, but Raquel ceased labor post-marriage, and expenditures were extreme. They dined at places over $200 per meal. Raquel acquired value purses, and they leased flat with $3 0 monthly fee. I also learned they built massive debts. I overheard unintentionally a call where Javier disputed with bank on delayed card bills. They owed over $50, zero in credits and cards with rising interest. Fiscal strain drove desperation, and I was their sole escape. My residence valued $200,000 by them, coverage $100,000, reserves $50,000, summed precisely what needed to resolve finances and acquire dream home. But most crushing was learning sibling Alvin not just participated, but originated the notion. One day, washing office where Patricia labored, I caught phone talk stealing my breath. Lydia always acted selfish with funds. Patricia told someone, Alvin correct, moment for kin to claim deserved, that frugal elder lady will pass eventually. Why delay? We require funds also. Alvin jobless 3 months, unable pay house loan. I froze behind office entrance, my sibling jobless and revealed nothing. Rather than seeking aid as kin, he chose slaying me for currency. Same evening, I resolved direct confrontation with Alvin. I visited his residence unannounced, rare for me, knocked with pounding pulse. He opened, face surprise and guilt hint. Lydia, why here late? He inquired without entry invite. Alvin must speak, may enter. I stated, striving calm tone. We entered sitting room where Patricia viewed TV. She greeted coldly as recent years. I seated on couch and went direct. Alvin, true you jobless? I queried, observing response. Face reddened. Patricia switched off TV. How learned? He defended, irrelevant how. Key is you sibling, revealed nothing. Why no aid request? Alvin and Patricia shared looks confirming fears. Silent exchange like practiced. Lydia, you own issues always. Avoided burden. Patricia answered, fake grin not eyeing. Patricia, his sister, if aid needed, willing, hold reserves, then, saw horrible in sibling eyes, not thanks or ease, but bitterness, reserves. Sarcastic Lydia, all aware far more than some, hoarded years while kin fought. Remarks struck like blows. Alvin, gained laboring 14 hours daily educate child. No hoard offered all him, precisely. Patricia cut venom tone, all for Javier. Never aid own sibling. Needed college funds, refused, but Prince Javier, always currency. Dialogue turned hostile, sensed enmity rising. Like years resentment surfacing, you fail grasp, I attempted clarify, wished Javier chances we lacked. Wished end poverty cycle kin, and end favoritism cycle. Alvin shouted rising, consider sibling needs aid. Always identical, Lydia. Childhood, you parents' favorite, now superior act. Accusations utterly wrong. But they constructed tale justify bitterness. Their tale, I selfish privileged sister, they misunderstood sufferers. If funds desperate, why no direct request? I pressed, though new reply. Patricia bitter laugh, for charity like paupers, inferior feel as always, never aimed inferior. Oh no, Alvin shouted, what house purchase we renting? Javier graduate college, our kids scarce, secondary end. Bragg reserves we ends meet struggle, each claim unfairer prior, labored slave gain all, no inherit. No fortune, bled every currency, but them relative success personal insult. Alvin, if funds need, lend $10 0 now. I offered desperate peaceful resolve. $10 0. Patricia mocked. Lydia, no exact. Home 200 0. Reserves 50 0. Coverage 100 0. Offer 10 0. Beggars. Blood chilled hearing precise numbers. Knew excessive my finances. Investigated deeply. How know much my currency. Trembling tone. Alvin Patricia silent. Faces betrayed. Revealed excess. Rose couch unsteady limbs. Believe answer. I stated door heading. Lydia, wait. Alvin shouted behind. But exiting residence that evening, confirmed known, own kin viewed obstacle to deserved currency. Not merely Javier Rackwell, whole kin plot growing quietly months, next day's darkest existence, found unimaginable, aware kin murder planned, unable seek anyone. Who informed child kill desire, who trust, lacked solid proof, merely overheard car hidden talk, resolved require extra proof prior action. If combat fully ready, began record all, routines, dialogues, stops, anything later proof. Also chose terrified yet vital. Allow, believe strategy progressing. If suspicious act or direct confront Javier, might alter tactic more perilous. Rather, persist naive trusting parent role. 3 days post Alvin clash, Javier phone dinner invite. Tone extra warm phone, chills knowing true thoughts. Mom, Rackwell, I take Italian place favor much, sweet tone. Long no kin time, place mentioned once over year past, disliked specially but feigned thrill, how kind child. Adore notion, fine, collect Friday 7, mom, don favorite green outfit, desire nice appear, specific attire odd, accepted no queries. Hung, pondered why that dress mention, purchased 2 years past, few costly allowed lifetime, Friday day, readied carefully. Donned green outfit requested, arranged hair, added light cosmetics. Mirror gazing, ignored head voice this final meal possible. Javier Rackwell punctual 7:00. Javier nervous, hid forced grins superficial weather remarks. Rackwell calm, near joyful, disturbed more. Route place, dialogue oddly official. Javier labor, supposed vacation intentions, anything but kin us. Responded automatic, mind observed conduct details. Place, Rackwell urged priciest menu item. Lydia, cover all tonight. Choose any no price concern. Grin not eyeing. Meal began innocent health queries. Felt recent, dizziness, step climbing issues. Health coverage updated lately. Mom, concern alone big home. Javier worried tone. Steps high, fall possible. Oh child, no fret. Lived home 30 years, know each step flawlessly, replied casual sound. But Mom, Rackwell pressed, mishaps ignore residence length. Perhaps consider one, level flat, safer age lady. Accident term chills, like testing allowed. Mom, Javier added, considered will. Uncomfortable topic, vital ordered all. Their true dinner cause, ensure will updated pre-slay. Well, basic will years past. Partial false, leave all you naturally. Saw Javier Rackwell quick satisfaction glance. Second brief, enough confirmed doubts. Good mom, perhaps lawyer review. Laws shift desire exact wishes. Javier professional tone. Fact Rackwell included. Javier aid. Attorney ensure perfect. Irony grim. Child murder plan. Draft will benefit post demise. Post meal urged drive home. Ride dialogue darker. Began hypothetical scenarios. Mom, if occur you. Javier seeming concern. Specific personal items desire us. Why sad topics? Feigned irritation. Intend many years live. Naturally, Mom, Rackwell swift, prepared case, responsible act, home arrival, odd event. Rather door farewell usual, urged enter assist, aid steps Mom. Dark trip possible, Javier arm taking, steps ascending door, felt eyes assess each stair, rail mishap point possible, like crime site scout. Inside, Rackwell roamed home inspect like, Lydia improved. Stair lighting, dark dangerous, Mom, Javier added, top stair rug loose slight. Easy trip, each remark deeper heart stab, not merely murder plan, home own calculating precise method. Post depart, awake night trembling, fear not alone, grief profound physical ache, child home. Meal shared, concern feigned well-being, all murder planning. That evening, toughest life choice, could not await plan execute, could not terror live daily last possible, must act, unexpected manner. Desired mishap, precisely receive. Fully control mishap. Began own false demise plan. Own demise planning surreal terrifying life experience. Days entire awake detail pondering, failure possible. Plan error ways. New soul expose can save life. Initially aid needed. Soul world full trust person. Neighbor Beatrice. 70 years nurse lifetime. Close pals over 20 years. Anyone aid impossible. Strategy her morning one ensured no watch. Visited home pulse violent pounding. Door opened, noted agitated instantly. Lydia issue, appear awful, stated entry invite. Seated kitchen coffee. Hundreds times years, this dialogue differ all. Beatrice, about reveal sound insane. Listen careful, began trembling tone. Revealed all, car overheard talk to sinister meal. Sibling clash to odd home. Stops, Beatrice silent listen, expression surprise shift horror final outrage. God, Lydia monstrous, finally hands taking hers. Beatrice, aid require, plan hold, alone impossible, detailed notion. False own demise convincing even emergency responders believe deceased. Beatrice medical expertise, aid simulate deceased vital signs sufficient declare dead start processes. Lydia, realized dangerous. Error real die, cut her, already all planned, time matter, Beatrice eyes closed, deep thought, require particular medicines, exact doses calculate, timing flawless, aid then, gazed intense seconds, hours like, yes final, safest manner perform. Next days, Beatrice I details labored. Hospital contacts decades kept. Discreet medicines obtain needed. Emergency technician, identify, respond call. Young Reuben, recent graduate, experience lack detect sophisticated fake. Strategy complex feasible, take medicines combo reduce vital signs near undetectable. Beatrice present body find emergency. Call, paramedics arrive, aid guide assessment confirm demise no deep probe. Declared dead post, body hospital morgue taken. Beatrice pal pathologist doctor. Jones not sibling, aid no queries. Falsified certificate allow private revive medicines effects fade. Meanwhile, hidden Beatrice basement secret room. Watch record kin post supposed demise. Toughest plan legal logistical. Ensure no autopsy. Demise natural expected age lady no prior issues. Beatrice proposed fake cardiac arrest. Common rare probe elders no history. 2 weeks plan start, ready resolved. Chose Sunday day new Javier Raquel. Parents home weekly kin meal. Sunday dawn awoke odd calm. Week's terror constant post finally control sees. Dressed careful favorite yellow outfit. Hair fixed light cosmetics added. Demise if. Dignified appear desire. Beatrice 2:00 day arrived small medical kit. Sure this, Lydia queried final once, fully sure. Medicines took supervision careful hers. Taste bitter unpleasant, avoid thought. Long effect take, queried, 15-20 minutes. Drowsy feel initial. Breathing shallow pulse dramatic drop. Light coma like enter. Next instance life longest. Beatrice vital signs monitored constant. Notebook changes noting. Gradual float feel began, body disconnected. Lydia, hear me. Beatrice queried, answer desire, voice emerge no, heard perfect, paralyzed like, terrifying fascinating simultaneous, perfect. Vital signs needed exact. Now 911 call, heard dial phone life vital roll start, hurry please, neighbor unconscious home found, believed dead, breathing no, pulse no, hurry, paramedics await, Beatrice careful living room. Floor positioned, body natural arrange cardiac collapse, all fine, Lydia, ear whispered, hours few, over evidence need have, sirens heard approach heart pound violent if control had, truth moment. Beatrice acting error, paramedics experienced expect then detail overlooked some, plan collapse whole. Paramedics home entered equipment medical semic, conscious state, evaluation fragments heard, 62. Female unresponsive, pulse detect no, respiration imperceptible, long thus. Minutes ago found, Beatrice replied voice broken genuine distressed sound. Visit came door open, floor thus found, minute. Several evaluation post, awaited feared words simultaneous heard. Sorry ma'am, friend passed, likely cardiac arrest, age this, quick happens. Officially Lydia deceased, now toughest plan start, news reaction observe. Basement Beatrice home awoke, disoriented, total mouth dry, desert-like. Medicine's effects gradual fade, body heavy, odd felt. Beatrice beside sat, recovery monitor, professional. Dedication same throughout, demise shown. Feel how? Queried slow sit aide. Actually dead-like, replied hoarse voice. Worked. Officially dead declared perfect. Certificate signed already. Officially Lydia Monroe yesterday 3:45 afternoon sudden. Cardiac arrest died. Done reality struck head on. Legally existed no longer. Ghost, kin reaction observe free them unaware watching. Javier call. Queried, question physical hurt though. Yes, last night hospital took post called. Reaction disturbing. Beatrice phone showed conversation recorded. Hands trembling, audio replayed. Javier, Beatrice, mom, neighbor. Sad news very, mother afternoon passed. Silence seconds several lasted. Finally spoke, voice surprised, devastated, no sound. Relieved sounded. God oh, happened what? Queried. Tone shock forced something. Cardiac arrest, home found. Paramedic quick said suffered no. See, call thanks, Beatrice. Rackwell, I hospital immediately go, all handle. Javier, sorry so, no mother loved much. Yes, terrible loss, mom health issues recent, time her guess. Lie supposed health issues dagger-like pierced. Narrative build justified demise pre-uncomfortable queries. Recording post-listen, tears withhold no. Voice coldness, news accept ease, health lie. All confirmed truly demise planned. More, Beatrice soft. Hidden cameras home installed pre-demise. Reaction capture desire belongings collect go when. Laptop showed real-time cameras access. Screen own living room empty silent saw. Odd home perspective. See, technically home no longer new. Come think when. Queried, today likely. Deceased belongings long wait no usually. Money involved specially. Wait long no. Noon around. Keys lock sound home heard. Javier, Rackwell, Alvin, Patricia together entered. Coordinated team-like. Next saw soul shreds tore. Tears no, mourning no. Respectful pause even no home enter where 30 years lived. Immediately belongings evaluate began auction appraisers like. Well. Finally, Patricia voice relief obvious. Day this come ever thought no. Patricia, please, Javier stated. Tone caution genuine reproach than more. Mom just lost. Oh Javier, sentimental now know me. Necessary this know all. Rackwell coldness blood chilled. Mother life lived. Ours live now can. Alvin kitchen cabinets already checked. Documents vital seek. Bank papers think kept where. Savings accounts info find need. Bedroom desk check, Javier suggested. Papers those organized always vary. Watched home scatter vultures like. Belongings touch. Evaluate inheritance divide plan. Life watch torn people love supposed buy. Rackwell jewelry box found each piece examined began. Gold chain this worth something perhaps. Earrings these, old though. Sentimental someone value perhaps. Sentimental mortgage pay no. Patricia sarcastic. Better focus actual worth money. Javier drawer desk financial documents found always kept where exact here. Northwood Bank savings account $3,000. Checking account $8,000. Life insurance policy here. Insurance how much? Alvin eager queried. $100,000. Beneficiary sole me. Perfect Rackwell satisfaction. That savings plus house sell get what? Enough new house buy debts all pay. Share our get, right? Patricia threatening tone. Naturally, Javier quick. Agreed as quarter you. Kin negotiate inheritance. Division body morgue fresh still while listen painful imagined than more. Worst come yet. Alvin Knight's and family photo found. Few pictures altogether Christmas 5 years past one. Emotion any. Show rather. Trash through ceremony no. Sentimental these keep need no. Disdain. Alvin right. Rackwell confirmed. Practical be need. House sell quick. Useless things clutter no can. Patricia words hurt. Most said honestly. Surprised long took die her. Stubborn how with. Thought 90 live despite us just. All laughed me death my stubbornness supposed my moment that plan justice doubt in head might disappeared total. Javier phone removed calls began. Morrison real estate, Javier Ruiz this. House appraise come need quick sale. Yes, urgent, owner yesterday passed, market this week want. Dignified funeral even planned no. Rackwell funeral arrangements query when. Javier replied, simple cremation, wake no, ceremony no. Cheaper faster, people query wake no why. Alvin queried, last wish her tell, simple private wanted, Javier hesitation no. Dignity even death stealing, friends few good. Buy say opportunity no. Life sacrifices recognition no. Nothing but anonymous quick cremation. Hours 3 home catalog valuable every object sale plan. Belongings distribute war spoils like. Finally left when home violated. Total night that recordings over Overwatch final decision made. Expose murder plot enough no. Pay make every cruel word coldness moment every life piece every greed they're destroyed for. Beatrice determination. Second plan part aid need. Mind have what? Queried, expression though new dramatic something be would. Dead from rise most humiliating moment possible all them for. Do when, world whole no exact people kind what really. Kin believed lottery one death my with. Idea no real lottery beginning just, wrong number bet had. Days next emotional roller coaster, deepest anger steely determination, possessed no new took. Hiding basement Beatrice from, kin every move watch continued hidden cameras through, cruel every conversation document, heartless every decision supposed inheritance my about made. Beatrice discreet more cameras installed strategic places, Javier office, Alvin home, Rackwell car even. Nurse experience meticulous extreme taught, meticulousness transferred perfect spy operation hour 2. Lydia, see need this. Beatrice morning third told, laptop screen pointing. Javier office phone someone talking. Recording, sun desk sitting, saw smile stomach churn made. Yes, Mr. Davis, understand fast process insurance life natural causes death when. Exactly, cardiac arrest no, autopsy no. Doctor normal total age woman her stress history her with. Pay out how long? Week 1. Perfect, impacted most tone nonchalant total. Pain trace no. Discomfort even no expect would someone mother lost just from. Businessman routine deal closing like sounded. Hung post number. Another dialed immediate. Rackwell me good news insurance processed week this. $100,000 clean. Yes real estate agency called already. Tomorrow appraise house come. What no feelings think time no. Had practical be must. Phrase last heart broke. Mother died days 3 just ago. Feelings time no. Truly final phase plan prepared conversation captured same day afternoon. Rackwell Patricia downtown. Cafe between. No best part all this what. Rackwell latte sipping. Burden that rid finally got. Javier guilty always felt visit more not. Money more give not for. Life live now constant pressure that without can. Oh yes. Patricia enthusiastic. Best part no one suspect ever thing. Alvin plan perfect. Lady old 60s cardiac arrest dying. Question who that? Exactly now all win. You Javier dream house by can. Alvin debts pay off can. I pretend liked finally stop bitter woman old that. Rackwell call me bitter woman old years post daughter like treated. Me after final straw, moment that maternal familial love last shred heart might remained evaporated total. Beatrice, night that media contacts have no, few, why, resurrection public want, private, find out time no excuses make manipulate situation or, world whole see exact who. Beatrice smiled first time nightmare this began since. Friend Channel 7 Newsworks, Maria Elena Vargas, reporter. Investigative, stories kind loves, perfect, meet when can. Day next, Maria Elena Beatrice home night came sure no followed post. Woman 40s intelligent eyes energy good journalists characterize. Mrs. Monroe, entire situation explained post. Incredible absolute this. Evidence say have if year story be could. Video audio recordings compiled past days showed. Notes furious take watched kin conversations listen. Expression professional. Skepticism genuine outrage change. Monstrous this. A murmured Patricia recording watch suggested waited death years for. Meeting official divide inheritance have planned. Added yes replied. Javier once told family member any happen when formal meeting have will read assets distribute. Civilized thing said, meeting think when be. Queried, Saturday next likely, family whole usually available then. Maria Elena notebook closed eyes direct looked. Mrs. Monroe, this do if, back no going. Heirs once, life your family lives changed. Forever, changed forever day decided kill money for me. Replied hesitation no. Now, world whole no people kind what really. Days next, Maria Elena team prepared all called dramatic, most. Resurrection local television history, additional cameras home installed, police department coordinated officers ready arrest kin conspiracy for, judge even contacted present revelation during, plan. Simple devastating, kin gather home my Saturday day official will reading for. Inheritance divide discuss while appear front door eye. Television cameras accompany, police, evidence all conspiracy. There, Friday night, Javier family members all called meeting confirm. Tomorrow 3:00 afternoon mom home at, each told. ID bring lawyer need verify heirs legal who. Lawyer lie enraged, lawyer no. Excuse invented official legal seem meeting make. Night that sleep barely, nerves do know, anticipation do. Days pain betrayal humiliation post, justice finally get going. Justice more satisfying. More something get going, truth complete exposed world whole see for. Saturday dawn readied careful, red dress Javier wedding bought donned. Makeup special occasion like did hair impeccable fixed. Dead rise if radiant absolute look desire, ready this. Beatrice queried equipment recording check final once. Ready been moment heard son death my planning. Replied calm surprised. Today. Find outgoing Lydia Monroe easy kill no so. Maria Elena camera crew 2:00 afternoon arrived. Hidden cameras show arriving already home you're informed. Brother sister in law just here. Son daughter in law parking now. Screens watch family enter home last time airs as. New hour in lives public night, mere turn recover never from which, Mrs. Monroe. Maria Elena me, seriously, minutes few in. Door that walk confront people kill plan you. Specific anything say want them. Smiled weeks in first time. Oh yes, much say have, 3:15 afternoon, hidden cameras watch family settling living room own inheritance divide my. Nerves determination mix never experienced life felt. Like sacrifice years all, humiliation pain concentrated moment definitive this into. Screens on, Javier favorite armchair sitting saw, same read stories boy when one. Folder legal, documents hands, expression, satisfaction, stomach churn made. Rackwell beside new dress probably cost clothes year entire, then more money. Alvin Patricia sofa occupied, greed eyes saw weight exact figures inheritance my here. Patricia notebook even brought numbers writing business meeting like. Well, Javier solemn fake tone began, here discuss mother assets distribution my, know all as will her me heir soul named. Family as equitable more distribution make agreed have, Rackwell smile eyes not reach added. Maria Elena shoulder touched. Perfect time, Mrs. Monroe, talking expected what exact. Breath deep took door own house toward walked. Camera operators to accompany, technician sound, officers police too, reporter tenacious most. Pulse pounding hard thought, neighborhood whole here could, recording, main camera operator queried. Yes, ma'am, live we. Words final courage push needed gave. Thousands people witness poetic justice lives most about. Key lock inserted turned slow. Metallic sound echoed house whole. Living room conversations stop immediate heard. Hear that? Patricia nervous voice queried. Wind be must, Alvin replied. Voice uneasy sounded. Door opened living room, direct walked family, sitting discuss money death my spend how. Television cameras followed, capture second, every become dramatic moment lives most about. Doorway living room appear when, silence followed absolute terrifying. Rackwell first saw, face pale total, scream let out neighborhood hole echoed probably. God oh, be can know. Javier armchair rose quick documents all floor knocked. Eyes wide thought sockets out pop going. Mom, but you dead. Patricia crying hysterical began. Joy not alive seeing me, terror clearly. Ghost, Lydia died. Certificate death all saw, Alvin still total stone turned like, mouth open, sound no out. Hello, dear family my, calmest voice produce could stated. Hope interrupting important anything no. Maria Elena behind entered cameras her with. Good afternoon, Maria Elena Vargas Channel 7 News Eye. Broadcasting live shocking most story year be could what? Going what here? Javier yelled, speakability regained finally, voice hysterical total sounded though. Going what, dear son my? Replied room center slow walking, is returned dead from personally here planning where inheritance might divide how. But hospital certificate death, cremated you, Rackwell stammered, trembling. Visible, ah yes, cremation, smiled satisfaction. Interesting how mentioned that Rackwell, considering cremation, decided wake without cheaper faster because, right not, cameras perfect captured horror. Look face her realized knew exact said what they when. Mrs. Monroe, Maria Elena intervened. Explain could audience are what led fake own death your. Cameras turned, aware thousands people watching. Confrontation real time this. Led fake death, my discovering own family planned murder me collect inheritance my. Lie that, Javier yelled. Voice desperate outrage than more sounded. Lie, calm queried, mean lies like this. Phone out took recording played conversation overheard car his. His Rackwell voice's room filled. Details planned death my discuss. Absolutely sure no one suspect anything when happens. Plan perfect. Mother natural very believable very accident have. Recording continued as family faces shock change pure terror. Rackwell cry uncontrollable began, remorse tears not, panic realized discovered been they as. Recording fake that, Patricia yelled desperate. Someone fabricated, Lydia crazy, fake, queried phone another out took. This conversation other what, Patricia, cafe you Rackwell with yesterday where said Alvin plan perfect. Played second recording, Patricia spoke open weighted death years how no one suspect ever thing. Alvin finally trembling voice spoke. Lydia, misunderstanding terrible this, never do thing like that. Misunderstanding, laughed bitter. Misunderstanding also all here home my yesterday belongings my divide vultures like. Misunderstanding Javier already insurance company called collect policy insurance life my. Maria Elena microphone direct turned Javier. Mr. Ruiz, explain how recordings these were heard clearly planning mother death your. Javier sweating profuse hands trembling. I we this conspiracy. Someone destroy family are trying. Conspiracy, interjected. Conspiracy like four. You made kill me. Conspiracy were agreed give Alvin Patricia quarter inheritance my exchange complicity there. Moment that police officers one forward stepped. Javier Ruiz, Rackwell Ollie, Alvin Monroe, Patricia Taylor, arrest under conspiracy commit murder, no, Rackwell screamed, happening be can this no, dead she, die her saw we, die me saw no, replied satisfaction, act me saw apparently, acted better much ever pretended love me than you. Officers handcuff family my began as, Maria Elena live interview continued, Mrs. Monroe, feel how confront people kill plan you, feels justice like. Replied, cameras direct looking, 35 years, everything sacrificed son my for, 14 hours day worked, jewelry sold, life own up gave education opportunities needed he give, repaid how this, death made, planning money for, Javier hands cuffed now, looked mixture hatred despair, Mom please mistake this, love you, always loved, love me, voice broken strong asked, love someone plan kill $200 zeros, euro 04. Love someone death celebrate without funeral dignified even organize, true not that, silence yelled strength knew no had, lies more any listen no mouth you're from, everything heard Javier, heard planned accident my how, heard laughed death my how, heard Patricia said surprise taken long die me so, heard divided money my body cold even before, tears finally eyes my from fall began, sadness, tears not, liberation tears, Maria Elena, reporter turned stated, want city whole, no family always not one blood share we. Real family loves unconditionally you, cares vulnerable you when, mourns death your celebrates inheritance your instead. Officers led son my daughter, in-law my brother my sister, in-law my awake, as Javier yelled door from, over not this, mom, court fight this we, no, Javier, replied calm surprised, ended day decided mother worth less money than, now face consequences actions your, house finally silent fell when, Maria Elena live interview closed, been one extraordinary most stories covered 20 years journalism my in, mother faked death, expose family planned kill her, hear from Maria Elena Vargas, Channel 7 News, favorite armchair sank, same Javier sitting planning inheritance my hour one before just, first time weeks in, peace, true felt, Beatrice entered sat beside, feel how finally woken worst night, mere life my from like, replied, real Lydia Monroe just returned dead from as if, months followed resurrection my like, living world completely new in, story viral hours within went not local just. Media outlets country all over covered journalists called perfect most family revenge modern history in. Phone ringing. Stop no. TV producers documentaries make wanted. Writers book rights wanted. Hollywood company even contacted movie make. Important most me finally. Decades silent sacrifice post. World whole new story my. Social media exploded support messages. Thousands women shared maternal sacrifice own stories. Families ungrateful, children abandoned them after everything received from them, became unwilling voice all mothers given everything families only betrayed end in. Legal process expected then faster. Recordings Beatrice I compiled irrefutable evidence conspiracy. Javier, Rackwell, Alvin. Patricia formally charged conspiracy commit first, degree murder, fraud insurance, planning homicide financial gain for. Hearings during, lawyers their argued recordings obtained illegally, judge determined own house my own conversations recorded since, privacy violation no, addition, planning death my justified means any necessary life my protect, hurt most trial during Javier stand on, hearing justify actions his try, lawyer built defense idea I controlling manipulative mother emotional blackmailed son throughout life. Client felt trapped constant demands mother never satisfied. Anything, lawyer argued Mrs. Monroe used sacrifice emotional weapon son against, guilty feel making own life want for. Lies those courtroom here heart broke once again. Unconditional love sacrifices, my turned toxic manipulative something into. Narrative there villain I, victims supposed maternal tyranny my. Turn my testify when, opportunity side story my tell had. Firm emotional voice in. Sacrifice every narrated, night sleepless every, job extra every took best life possible give Javier, described sold wedding ring first computer by him, worked 14 hours day pay college his, up gave, own happiness ensure his. Honor your judge direct looking stated, never blackmailed son sacrifice my with. Contrary, Hyde tried him guilty feel no so. Wanted free live life, his happy be, family owned. Start, thing never imagined freedom that mean planning death my would. Dramatic most trial moment came prosecutor played complete recordings all conversations captured we when. Cold voices those. Again discuss planned death my hear. Courtroom people full in time this devastating, liberating also. Played recording Patricia said surprise taken long die me so when. Jury members several white tears eyes saw. Played part Rackwell referred me burden finally rid gotten when. Judge even pause compose himself had. Javier broke crying trial part that during genuine remorse tears sure no simply. Terror consequences facing he, verdicts returned hours 3 jury deliberation only post, guilty charges all on. Javier sentenced 20 years prison. Raquel received 15 years, Alvin 12 years, Patricia 10 years least active planning considered but accomplice essential conspiracy in. Judge sentences read when none looked me, heads down kept, reality finally facing actions real devastating. Consequences had, trial post, approached Javier final once away took they before, son my, soft stated, want no despite everything done, part still me remembers boy sweet used be you, look, eyes tears full, mom sorry so? No, what became no? Became someone valued money mother life then, replied sad, but perhaps years these prison time give remember who before greed consumed you. Words last exchanged we, month, following total reconstruction life my about, sold house lived 30 years where, painful memories many too, continue living place family planned death my no could, money sale from smaller beautiful house bought quiet neighborhood near Beatrice home, also decision completely changed perspective wealth money on, donated most savings foundation helps single mothers fund children college, money my motivated family want kill me if same money use good world in. Income rights story my from scholarship fund established name my bears. Year every 5 working mothers receive full assistance. Financial children college send. Way my ensure experience painful however been. Positive something create can. Significant most change life my new family discovery. Letters messages received story. Public went post through. Met dozens people similar experiences gone through. Mothers betrayed children ungrateful, siblings abandoned relatives greedy, elderly exploited kin owned by. Form chosen. Family kind, support group met regular share stories, celebrate achievements, remind each other true love exists even not come expected where from. People those one especially important became me. Gabrielle, 58 woman daughter abandoned nursing home after savings all taking. Gabrielle I friendship deep developed sister always wanted became. No ironic most thing all this what. Gabrielle. Afternoon, 1 coffee new kitchen my instated. Biological families betrayed money for us. Better much families found money anything do no having without. Right she. New life full people loved me. Who I, not what had. People celebrated achievements without calculate benefit how could them from. People when real natural death came years many from now mourn passing my celebrates inheritance my instead 2 years resurrection my post letter prison received. Javier from 4 pages handwritten, apologized words genuine sounded first time years in. Told therapy receiving prison in, finally. Understanding betrayal magnitude his about. Nights spent remembering sacrifices all made him for I. Mom wrote page last, no never undo did what. No deserve here be I no forgive never able make. You want no day every spend sell this in. Woman incredible raised me remember hate myself blind been love your to so. Letter that read times many weeks several over self-debate respond or not. Whether, finally decided right back, forgive not, close chapter life my definitive. Javier wrote accept apology believe sincere because forgiveness something earn over years many, life rest. Possibly your boy raised buried man planned death my under, only you decide worth unearthing if. Response letter that never received, okay that. Today, 65 years old, honestly say happier decades been have then, house-filled laughter chosen family my, days busy meaningful volunteer work with, nights filled genuine peace with, sometimes people ask regret faking death my if, better been have, not less dramatic way confront family, answer always same, chose betray dramatic most way possible planning murder my, simply chose defend self using medicine own there. Important most lesson learned. Whole experience this true family not defined blood share we buy, love choose give each other by. Biological son betrayed money for me, found sisters daughters even grandchildren people came life my post-resurrection my in, also learned never too late start over, 62 at most people think lives already defined when Opportunity completely reborn had, not just faked death, faked rebirth my. Finally, learn justice sometimes comes unexpected most ways in. Not judge jury really punished family betrayal therefore. Truth publicly exposed destroyed them. Money willing kill me for became. Cost lawyers save them no could. Tonight, right lines last story my these as, window outlook new house my garden planted hands own my with. Flowers sowed blooming beautiful, fed not bitterness past by hope future by, name my Lydia Monroe, 65 years old I, story this how died truly live to. Mother any reading this feels betrayed family sacrificed everything create to, want no never too late. Find love truly deserve you, because end in, true family not one gives life us, one makes worth living it. Story my liked you, city which listening from you, meet comments in. Liked story if, support. Can sending super thanks keep bringing stories more like this so. Thank much sweet support your, forward-looking comments your story on, screen on, see 2 new life stories highly recommend I. Much more channel my on, forget not subscribe, see next life story in, love respect with,